They like jet airplanes. Woo! They like long limousines.
And that's the bottom line. Go Stone Cold Step. Are you ready?
You're listening to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast.
Hey yo.
Woo, yeah. With your host, Kinny Killa. And the Galden Sugar Show. Hello everyone and welcome to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. It is Sunday, it's episode 39 people. I am the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, the one man with no Instagram, Kinny Killa. And you know I'm always kicking it with the Welsh wizard, the hashtag tech guy, the Galden Sugar Shugs.
Yo, yo, yo.
Today we have a packed show. It is the Xmas Kwanzaa Hanukkah special. And we have our brother, our family member, Mr. Jason Clarkson.
Merry Crimble, everybody.
We are also joined by James Powers.
Hello.
Hello. And all the way from stateside Oklahoma, it's the return of Oliver Benji.
Yes, sir. It's Oliver Benji. What up, yo?
Just do the sound for me again, please. How's your holidays going, my friend?
They're going really, really good, man. I'm enjoying it.
That's what it's all about. James, Birdie tells me that you got blocked from the Weetabix kid, so tell the story, my friend.
He put a comment regards to Randy Orton and all that, but Randy Orton is in the same situation you are. The other reason you both have jobs is because of who your fathers were, and that was it. Not what.
Oh, I love it.
It's a bit harsh,
It's not wrong though, is it?
Jason, I'll go to you next. Again, I saw a couple of pictures saying that someone was unhappy with the Secret Santa. Explain.
Well, obviously, in the office, you know, Shug set it up. Santa Shug set up the Secret Santa. Everybody picks their names. And there's always that one person in the office that nobody wants to have their name. And let's just say I got that person. So whilst people are getting stuff, you know, like Shug's had like a little wrestling figure, somebody had a head massager, somebody got like a nice scarf. I got Tesco's own brand disposable razors. So obviously this person's gone to Tesco the night before, has done their shopping and gone, oh, I should probably get Jason something. I just bought toothpaste, I'll get him a razor blade. That's what's happened. And
they obviously don't know you too well because...
The thing is, Kenny, this is the person that over a week ago got locked in the building. I don't know if Shig's told you.
No.
He got trapped in the building.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh, my God. Jason.
I hope you're listening as well. I hope you're listening. I hope for some weird reason you're sat at home listening to this because I'm pissed at my Secret Santa.
Oh, my God. I heard Ben got a helicopter as well, bro. Oh, jeez. And Shugs, what happened to the football team? You won this weekend?
Mate, I really don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
It was a basement battle, and then we got whooped in a basement battle.
Did you at least score?
No, not even close.
Them ones is a shutout. Jeez.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone's doing okay though. It's Christmas. It's Kwanzaa. It's your Hanukkah. It's all the above. So let's just go straight into Twitter. Yeah, people, please follow us. Keep following us on Twitter. That's at Sunday Segue. Segue spelled S-E-G-U-E. You can email us any thoughts about James's Yorkshire accent, Shug's Welsh accent, my lovely voice, my stammer, whatever. You could just talk about whatever. Please just email us. That's sundaysegue@gmail.com. You can listen to our old episodes on YouTube, iTunes, the Great Podomatic, and don't forget to download that Double Twist player. So now let's just go into the shout outs. Quickly, just want to give a quick shout out to our boy, Stateside Danger Rich. Please make sure you follow him One Nation Radio. Please read his articles. They've been doing articles recently, some good stuff out there. So please make sure you read them. Some great pipe bombs, some great interviews that he's been, you know, talking about in his article. So make sure you do that. Right, so we're going to do shout-outs on the Twitter. So, at Clara Oswald 1987, shout-out to you. Shout-out to _asshole_bomb. Shout-out to you. Also, shout-out to at Sean Kaiser, at Jeremy J21, at PW Powerhouse. Oh, that's your boy. Obviously, at AAW Pro. And at Sergeant Smelsh, Nick Welsh. What are you saying, boy? Those are the shout-outs. Got to give a quick shout-out to Sierra and King J, also from the Angry Marks Network. Guys, any shout-outs? King Ollie, you want to give any shout-outs, bro?
I would shout out James Powers, but he's here already, so what up, dude?
Okay, so I pass it on to James Powers. You want to shout out anyone?
Well, vice versa for Mr. Holly, and once again, at Kylie B19.
Oh, Kylie B gets another shout out. What you saying, girl? What are you saying? You need to holler at your boys now. You get shout out twice. Come on now, email in. Jace, shout out to anyone?
Do you know what? I don't listen, but I want to shout out Murphy. The guy this week has just been on fire. And if you can see the conversation that we've been having on WhatsApp, this guy is just like, Shugs, how would you describe Murphy?
Mate, it's like, I was a bit sad, like me and Jason were a bit sad, one of our colleagues left, and then Murphy had some big shoes to fill, but then he's just come in with like maybe a smaller size shoe, but there's some different crepes. Do you know what I mean? This guy is just like, he's on the next level, you know?
Even that, you see the picture I sent you, Shugs, on WhatsApp? I sent it to him, and he said straight away, "Oh my God, I just had a sex wee." That's the kind of stuff that you're saying. So yeah, shout out to Murphy.
Shout out to Murphy, big man thing.
Big man thing, BMT. All right, let's get into the show, people. As you know, always fun and laughter on the show. So we're going to go into the TLC discussion, or as Shows likes to call it, it was dead. A dead show. So let's go to TLC, and let's just go through the card quickly. Let's discuss some of the matches. So we get the kickoff, and we get that ball bag on the panel. Decides to start talking shit about Kofi, Ollie, and he gets smacked up for it. Kofi started to come out like he was hood all of a sudden.
Just like when he came out like he wasn't from Ghana, West Africa. Yeah, Kofi does that, yo. Or just like when he smashed Randy Orton's car. Yeah, Kofi's hood, for real. He got that street cred.
Oh my God. So then they tell us that they were gonna do some impromptu match on the show, man. No disqualifications, some bullshit. So on the kickoff we had Fandango with Summer Rae. He defeated Dolph Ziggler. Ollie, obviously Fandango gets a win, but I mean, what does this do for him anyway? What does it do for them? They're on the kickoff. Does it do anything?
The kickoff doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything for anybody. Will never do anything. I guess it gets them paid. I mean, sometimes that's the bare essential. I used to get mad when people wouldn't wrestle, but hey, you got a family, you got things you want to do. You don't got to get injured. Take your check. Go, what is it? Pass, go and collect $200. What is that?
Yeah. You better make sure that they get that $200 quick, because they might not be seeing another paycheck for a good time. Let's go to our first match then on the actual show, Shugs. CM Punk against The Shield. I mean, what can I say? Ambrose, obviously, you know, he's been having nice matches with Punk. All of them did one against him. He did kind of give a shout out saying that Punk would win. I mean, it was pretty much predictable, wasn't it, Shugs?
Yeah, I just think that there was always going to be... There's always going to be some, like, a good way of getting Punk over, you know, getting him back into the main event, and also sowing those seeds of the Shield breakup, you know? I think it was just a good way to, like, get everything moving on in the right direction. Punk's back from the alternate universe, and fucking the Shield look like they're going to be breaking up anytime soon, really.
That was a nice little tease. I like the way they put that together. It had to be the way they did it, though. It had to go like that, really. Now what do we have next? We have AJ versus Natalya. Now, James, okay. I did say that I will not speak about the Divas until something good happens. Okay, they were given 6 minutes, and it was an okay match.
It was an okay match, but obviously we called that AJ would win it, didn't we? But it wouldn't come to the point where you, what's point? It's another pointless title. They're not moving it around at all, are they?
No, they're not. But we'll get more into the Divas later because I am going to talk about them a little bit later, just a little sliver.
Do you have to?
Can I just mention though that like if you go back and watch it, Natalya did get herself a handful of pum to get out of the Black Widow. Four fingers in. Oh my god.
He brings it onto the show again. That douchebaggery. Yeah, Jace, I'm coming to you with this. Big E, he faced Damian Sandow, IC title. Obviously, he only just won the title, so he's not going to take it down. But, I mean, do you like Big E with the title, or would you prefer him without the title?
I do like him with the title because it shows progression. Like, I don't think the match really, like, it was an easy win. Like I said, you knew he wasn't gonna lose. But at the same time, they could have put on a bit more of a show with it, It just seemed like, what was the point in watching it? Everybody knows what's going to happen. You could just fast forwarded the match.
We got also Cody Rhodes,
Are you eating toast again?
I'm not eating anything.
I'm sure
Sorry,
I got that little toast sitting in my ear.
Nah, I just put my hand over my mouth. Sorry. Yeah, Cody Rhodes, CodyDust, sorry. Defeated Rybaxel, Big Show, Rey Mysterio, Real Americans. I thought it was a good match. Shugs, what was your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I thought the way it worked with the eliminations was good. Obviously, the teams dropped one by one, and it was great to see that, like, Rybaxel just got fucking dealt with within, like, 2 minutes. Ryback got the pin, and they were just out of there. So these two are just, like, they're just basically just a piece of shit. No one cares about these two. And I thought it really picked up at the end, especially with Cody and Rey Mysterio in the ring. Obviously, they had a big program before when Cody, you had the face mask on, and they just obviously worked together well. I thought that was the best part of the match, really, right at the end. So, yeah, I thought it was okay. Then,
James, we had R-Truth with Xavier Woods defeating Brodus Clay, right? He obviously tech side, Funkadactyl, sorry, was by his side. This was some bullshit, okay?
Without a doubt. It's just a promo match. Obviously, you're going to end up with Funkadactyls or whatever they're going to call them in future coming out with R-Truth and Brodus and Tensai work a program as a filler spot because it's not going to amount to anything.
It seemed like when you have these impromptu matches, because these next two matches weren't actually on the card, R-Truth versus Brodus and Kofi versus Miz. When you have these impromptu matches, it just feels like Raw to me. I mean, do you agree?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. They probably had to add the extra matches because they realised Cena couldn't go over 30 minutes in a ladder match.
Oh, you're right there, because that match was only like 24 minutes. We had Wyatt family defeating Daniel Bryan. We had Jason, we had Wyatt doing that little crazy spider and Nancy the Spider bullshit again, and he actually did it perfectly. Did you think that the Wyatts performed well enough for a pay-per-view match?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I really enjoyed it. I just love how, like, obviously I'm not as avid as you guys on. I don't watch it each week. When I do the catch-up, I can see how much he's sort of added more things to his repertoire just to make him look even more crazy. He doesn't, at first he was hanging off the turnbuckle backwards, and now he's frigging doing a crab and walking backwards.
This guy's nuts.
It's progression, and it just shows that he is, even though he's been doing it for a while, he's still adding things each time, which is always good. He keeps it mixed up.
And then we had, guys, the unified, ultimate, whatever they want to call it, WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, with no disturbances. No one came in. I mean, Shugs, was you surprised that there was no, douchebaggery going on?
I think it was clear that was going to happen, really, because they made such a point about how there was going to be a new champion and somebody was going to be walking out, So I think that they called it themselves. So it was just about who was actually going to go over, It was who were they going to choose to run with for the storyline. Yeah. And, we called it right, that it was Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Can I just sorry to
yeah.
interrupt, Kenny? But in that match, did anybody else notice that like they deliberately targeted the Spanish commentary table and not the American one? I want to just throw out: is there institutional racism
Yes,
going in?
this is what happened. The Spanish announce table is always where people get fucked up.
always, because they're like, oh well, you know, most of our people out there they speak English, so we could just get rid of the Espanol, But obviously, it is a bit prejudiced, but WWE often do that sometimes. So, but they always mash up the Spanish announce table. And Ollie, I mean, Ricardo Rodriguez was on the table, so. That's probably why Ricardo Rodriguez, whenever he's around near a table, he manages to get effed up, like every damn time.
Yes, he does. And this set off Ollie's week wonderfully. This needed to happen. Randy Orton needed to go over John Cena. Heck, if John Cena was fighting a three-legged chair, the three-legged chair needs to go over John Cena. I am not a John Cena supporter, have not been since 2006. Go Hill, bro, or go home, Ollie.
Okay. I love go Hill. Listen, you just heard a little mini rant by Ollie, and he knows because I feel exactly the same about Cena. I got a next man to back me up. You know what I'm saying? Go Hill or go home.
Go here or go home.
Should get out on a T-shirt.
Exactly.
Yes,
Ollie.
yes.
That
is the next T.
Yeah.
That's Ollie shit right there. That is Ollie shit right there. Obviously, Randy Orton took it down. James was pissed off. That was the end of the TLC altogether. So Orton winning is just not a good look for James because he just absolutely hates Orton.
I don't.
So let's go into the highlight of the night. Guys, individually, Shugs first. Please tell me your highlight of the night.
Kenny, I think you're still echoing, or I can hear myself somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not me.
It's someone.
Who can't hear an echo? That's normally the way.
I can't hear an echo. Is it Ollie?
It might be.
I can hear echoes.
I can hear echoes as well.
I can hear.
Ollie, have you got headphones on?
No, sir, I do not.
That's probably it. Are you hearing us through the speaker?
Yeah, I hear you through the speaker. I mean, not through the speaker. I hear you, I guess through the speaker. Regular through the phone, not like, I don't have a speaker on right now.
Okay. Oh yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's alright. We're just gonna have to deal with it, man.
Not bad.
What were we saying? Was that the TLC?
Your highlight of the night.
Highlight of the night? I guess it's got to be Randy Orton winning,
Okay.
Randy Orton won. Not Cena. Fuck Cena. That's it. That's a highlight for me. Anytime Cena doesn't win, it's a surprise and a highlight.
Ollie, highlight of the night.
I've got to echo what he said. If Cena would have came down with the both belts, I would have thought that, the apocalypse had started. I do not like that dude. I really do not. I mean, he has all the tools in his pal, but the fact that he's so stale and the fact that I've gone face and heel more times than he has on Twitter is really bothering me.
James.
Ambrose getting speared by Reigns.
Like it.
That was just epic.
And Jace.
Big Show's performance, just the crowd control with the pink belly on the Sesame Snap Bandit, and the way he KO'd the Real Americans, like, who was in midair? He just bang, I think it was Swagger, just took him out midair.
The Sesame Seed Bandit, oh, I love it. Alright, let's go reverse with the disappointment of the night. So, Jace, disappointment of the night.
Well, I know nobody's going to support me in this, but I don't like the way that Kofi slapped Miz. It was a bit much.
It was one of the best things on the pre-show.
I said, like, Kofi came with some douchebaggery, like.
It's just the way he was like, what? You want to keep talking? Keep talking then. You want to keep talking? Slap. What? Keep talking. You want to go? Kofi, you haven't been going since bloody 2009, my friend, man. Shut your mouth. James. Disappointment of the night.
Divas match. It went 6 minutes too long.
Ollie.
I gotta echo what he said. Why do they do this to the Divas, man? The Divas haven't really meant anything for a while now. Why even put them out there for 6 minutes? Are you serious, bro?
Oh, God. Shugs, round it off.
Yeah, my disappointment is just the pay-per-view. You know, TLC we used to look forward to. It's like maybe like the number 4 or 5 on the pay-per-view list. It's going to be something happening, and it was just shit. That was it. It was just shit.
Well, apparently it got more buys than Survivor Series.
Oh, they're both shit. All right. Well, hopefully, you know, we've got some big heads here, big egos here. Hopefully, they can all collectively come together and give us a pay-per-view MVP. So, please discuss. Throw a name out there, someone.
I feel Big Show. Just
Any counteractions with that?
I'm going with my boy, CM Punk.
Oh, Ollie,
AJ Lee.
AJ, Ollie.
I'm going with CM Punk. CM Punk went in there and he said, "I'm gonna try to take out as many people as I can," and he ended up beating him. So that's my guy right there.
Okay. All right. So it's 2 against whatever. So 2 is the majority. So it looks like CM Punk is our pay-per-view MVP. But at the same time, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. So.
No, they're not.
Shugs has the spreadsheet up, so Shugs, who took down the prediction?
Not me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had 5, so you won.
Hey! Yes! As usual.
I had 3. I was shit. Yeah.
Oh, shit. You had 3. Oh, how much did James have?
4.
You had 4? Oh, you didn't do too bad, James. That's not bad at all, man. All right, so that's the end of that.
So condescending.
Shut up, man. Come on. Let's get into Raw, people. Segment 1. We had the Authority come out. You know, we had the guys on the stage. Orton comes up looking smug as fuck, looking in Daniel Bryan's face.
Does Randy Orton have any other look apart from smug?
True. Well, nicely pointed out there. Cena also was in this. So Orton comes out, but it didn't feel like a big deal to me. Shugs, did it feel like a big deal to you? Remember, it's the unification, whatever, but having them just on the stage, no pyro, no nothing, it didn't feel like a big deal, did it?
Yeah, there was no, like, confetti, or there was nothing coming down, you know? Even when it happened, you know, like, there was nothing. Like, when he won, he just had the 2 belts. Triple H came, Steph came, Vince came, but they bigged it up so much, it's like the unification match, and nothing happened.
Yeah, there wasn't a celebration at all, was there?
Yeah, you won. And then you think the next night on Raw, they would just go in, and nothing happened again on Raw.
I mean, all I got to say is perfect comparison. Look at this celebration compared to when Jeff Hardy won the title, right, the WWE title, and he celebrated on SmackDown. Bruv, this guy, it was like Guy Fawkes night. This guy had like every kind of firework under the sun blazing down on SmackDown. Like, complete difference. Ollie, you know, although Cena's hyping up Bryan, like, don't you feel like he is actually taking his thunder?
I think he is. I think every time John Cena tries to bring Daniel Bryan in, it's like it's almost to hype up John Cena more, and I think a little baby kitten dies.
James, I mean, what was your thought on like WWE giving us Bryan, you know, versus Orton again when Bryan actually lost in the pay-per-view?
Well, you have to look at the realistic thing across. He's the one who's over with the fans, and every time he's actually beat Randy Orton, he's beaten fairly. When Randy Orton's beat him, he's always cheated in some way or another.
Like, as Jason likes to quote with some douchebaggery. Someone please count how many times that word is said on the show and tweet it out just so we know that it's out there. Right, so let's go on to segment 2. We got CodyDust versus Big Show and Rey Mysterio, right? Now, they won a vote to see who CodyDust should face, right? Jace, what was your thoughts on the match?
I like on my first note, just like I really like having Ray back, and just the team is quite fun. Again, Big Show with his slaps was awesome. But he didn't shush the crowd. I thought it was really good crowd control on the pay-per-view. I thought he was going to do it again. But and I put, Big Show is just a walk-in turnbuckle. If ever they do a ladder match, Mysterio doesn't even need the ladder. He could just ride Big Show to the belt. True.
I'm sure we've seen something like that before in a tag match, maybe not. Shugs, should they go down the Cody versus Goldust route at Mania, or should they just kind of just wait, leave that off, because obviously they're doing good so far together?
Well, I think WrestleMania is like the biggest event of the year, and I think that will be a good match. I think it'll be something. I think they deserve a spot on the card. So unless they can build to a bigger tag team match, maybe have that. But then otherwise, then these two deserve a reward for what they put in this year. Since the angle where they got the jobs back and their dad was involved, I think they need to actually have their moment. Like, they've earned their WrestleMania moment. So whether it's together as a tag team or whether it's against each other, I think they deserve to be like highlighted on the card.
Well, that would be one crazy match. I reckon they would actually, it could be like one of the matches of the night, I think. Like, they would, I mean, they're brothers. They know each other inside and out.
Yeah, and Goldust is on fire. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, jeez. This guy. But, I mean, maybe, a tag team match. How about this, Ollie? Yeah, we get CodyDust versus Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire.
As much as that sounded good, I think that Cody Rhodes is better than this. I enjoy Cody Rhodes and Goldust. I love the promos. I love the matches. But it's time for Cody Rhodes to go to the main event scene. They dropped the ball when he was Intercontinental Champion and he was in Hell in the Cell for the world belt. He should have had both of them. He should have pulled an Ultimate Warrior, but no. They didn't want to pull the trigger. They just don't want to pull the trigger. But Big Show's got an ironclad contract. Forget the Big Show. I want to knock that fool out. I want to go there, and I want to knock JBL out for the stupid stuff he says. I just want to knock people out, but back to what we were saying. Cody Rhodes, he needs to fight whoever is the unified champion, and Goldust needs to back him because the show's going to come out. The wives are going to come out. The authority has a trick up their sleeve.
Listen, I should just get rap music for Ollie. I should just get him some rap music, man, because that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the real shit right there. Who goes heel, James? If they did face off at WrestleMania, who goes heel?
Personally, I think it would be Cody because he can play the role a lot better than Goldust ever has done.
Yeah, Goldust heel. What does he have to do? Like, just remove the face paint?
Yeah, exactly.
And he's Dustin Reynolds. All right, let's go on to... Actually, no, I just want to say one more thing. Where the fuck, right, have Big Show and Rey Mysterio come from? No explanation as to why they're tagging. Nothing. Yes. It's just Big Show and Fink together. That's it. Not even like, oh yeah, we're gonna go. Come on, like, I want some gold. Let's go for the tag titles. Yeah, let's do it, man. Not even one conversation. They didn't even do no WWE .com special side exclusive thing with them talking, saying, oh, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's go for the belts. Let's go. They just turn up on TV and all of a sudden they're a tag team. Burn that. Let's go into segment 3.
Just before we do, sorry to keep cutting back, but did you notice that like the commentators were like firing shots at Obama, talking about taking selfies?
Bruv, no. You know what? With that said, just play my music. Play my music. Selfies. What the fuck? Listen, I'm telling you now. Get all that shit off my TV. Call the fucking matches. Call the matches. Stop. It's like I'm watching 2 shows. It's like I'm watching Raw and I'm watching the JBL and Cole show. Every week we get them talking about dumbness. They're not calling matches. They're not saying anything. No moves. No nothing. And it always happens to be in a match, which is actually good. They're just always giggling, laughing to themselves. Stop it. I want to see some Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby the Brain Heenan shit. I want to hear some freaking Jim Ross shit. I want to hear some kind of moves being said. I want to hear about the match. I don't want to hear about who's twerking. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear nothing. JBL, are you a heel or are you a face? Make your damn mind up. Make your mind up. Please replace one of them with Renee Young. I swear down, because these guys are taking the absolute piss. Simple as, simplify it. No selfies, call the match. Done. Right. Segment 4.
Just move on, yeah?
Yes.
Do you want to take a sip of your juice, Kinny? Are you
I
alright?
ain't got none. I drank it already. Segment 4, Real Americans versus Biggie.
Ain't we on segment 3? Fandango versus Ziggler.
Thank you, Shugs.
It was so irrelevant.
Maybe I should just give you my notes, man.
No problem. I'm just reading the run sheet that you gave me.
I know. That's why I like you here, because you keep me on track. Fandango versus Ziggler. Jace, why are we seeing this again? What does this do for Dolph Ziggler? He won, right? What does it do for us, and what does it do for him? Watch this again.
It was just literally my only note for the match was Ziggler Fandango. ... 5-minute filler. That was it. There was why it was stupid. There was nothing to it.
But tell me, how can your ballet, right, be more over than you? How can Summer Rae be more over than you, bro?
She got the Tartars in it, so
yeah, Shugs. Yeah, Shugs sent me something about her. She's taking some photos in some shorts or something.
That was the whatchamacallit, the Divas Day Off.
Something like that.
That is the best. That is the best part of the WWE.com. Divas Day Off.
Man, James knows about Shugs' links.
Oh yeah.
All right. I mean, we've said this, before, but I mean, Ollie, can you even see Ziggler being on a Mania card? I mean, can you even see him being on the panel?
You said being on the main event?
Being on the WrestleMania card, or even on the kickoff panel. Can you even see him being a part of WrestleMania at all?
I could see him being on the kickoff panel. The thing is, and I think we tapped into this last time I was on, the belts really don't have any significance. They did a unification, and that's good. However, now we've got the U.S. belt and the Intercontinental belt. Which one's better? It depends on your flavor. I'd go with the Intercontinental. But what they need to do is have belts that stand alone. Give me a heavyweight title. Give me the Intercontinental title. Give me a hardcore title. If you want people that just do hardcore things, give me a 24-hour stip-in. I love that. Give me a cruiserweight title. We don't have this. We have so many people on the top fighting, and nobody's pulling for Ziggler. Ziggler's not on, the Diva show. He doesn't have a girlfriend that, is prominent. John Cena's not his friend. Daniel Bryan is not his buddy. It's not working out good for him. Yeah. He was the world champion. It was laughable, forgettable, but I am a Ziggler person, and he needs better.
Yeah, I agree. He does deserve better. He does deserve a lot much better. I mean, he can reach there, and obviously now the IC title is going to be a bit more prominent on the show because it's basically the one heavyweight title right now. I just hope that the IC title gets to be where it used to be when Warrior had it, and then he took on, It should be when you have the IC title, you are going to be in line for a title shot in some way or some fashion, and then vacate the belt, tournament, blah, 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 but hopefully something happens. Let's go to segment 4. Real Americans versus Big E and Mark Henry. Shugs, I'm starting to think that Real Americans should be the next champs. I know we're talking about their breaking away Cesaro, but they are just so sick.
Yeah. I think obviously they've got their little moves and they've got their little thing where they do their hand slap and then kiss their guns and scream in each other's faces. But they act like a proper team. It doesn't look like they're going to give it to the Usos at the moment, and obviously they can't win it from the Rhodes. Yeah, so I think the Real Americans should have it. I don't want to see them keep having these matches against Big Show and Ray, and then shake each other's hands and help each other up after the match. It's just fucking bullshit.
It's just really fake the way they do it
fake,
as well.
Yeah. It is. It doesn't seem genuine at all. It's like, I just knocked you out, but I'm helping you back up.
They're acting like they, go over each other's houses for dinner and shit,
Because the thing is, when you look at things like sometimes in boxing and mixed martial arts, after the match, after it's been called, they'll give a hug and walk off or whatever. But it's showing sportsmanship, and then it's just soppy. It's just like, what is going on? Why?
But you say that, Jason, and then it's like, you remember, wasn't it Big Show that just dashed Rey Mysterio on a stretcher? You know what I mean? We have to remember memories, if they're friends and they're helping each other up. They'll be like, yo, bruv, you dashed me in a stretcher, against the ring post, face first. Come on, man. Hey. Jason, I mean, do you like Big E and Mark Henry together?
Team Big Black, I thought, put on a pretty strong performance.
Team Big Black.
I thought what I like is stuff like that was really good to show. Going against them, Cesaro could show off his technical wrestling again. Mm-hmm. Even when he picked up Big E, it was just again him. It was a chance for him to show his power. I was a bit upset there was no big black swing, but yeah, no, I think I don't know where they could really go with the whole Biggie Mark Henry thing. It's like, you know, when we used to go on the staff socials and all the black people sit on the same table. It's kind of like that. Why are the two black guys together?
But if you look at the WWE booking, it's just like we're going to bring up Xavier Woods, so he better go with our truth. Because there's no way he's going to have any white friends. So obviously he must need to go with the only other black guy who's free. And it's just bullshit. It's just the way it is.
Maybe Xavier should give a piece of his hair to the pushback and, you know, just like try and save that receding hairline. Just try and save some of it. Let's go on to actually no, I was just gonna ask James something. Seeing as his last name is Powers, do you think that Cesaro has the power to swing Mark Henry?
Yes.
I would love to see that. WrestleMania moment. Big swing Henry. All right, let's go to segment 5. Rybaxel versus Tons of Fun. Now, James, I know, you know, we've always been kind of complaining about there being no tag division, but don't you think that there's like way too much tag teams now?
Well, every match on card apart from one were a tag match of some kind, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And as for Rybaxel, I'm buying both, so.
Oh, dude. I mean, Ollie, you know, Brodus is obviously now heel, innit? Like, so what happens to the Funkadactyls and Tensai?
They get ridden off, rightfully so. And then Brodus Clay comes back, being a powerhouse heel. And Tensai can go back to being Tensai and not this sweet tea bullshit that I get on my screen. Going back to your rant, like, JBL is, you know, he needs to either be a heel or a face. And he needs to actually call the match, and he needs to not say the bullshit that Vince McMahon's telling him. Like, he really tries to hype up the tag division. Like, this tag division is, you know, the best it's ever been. And Randy Orton is a champion over champions. Like, are you serious, bro? I just want to go over there and choke him, man. Just choke him out.
That would be a sight, bro. That would be a sight. Oh, my God. Clothesline from Hell from JBL, which is missed. And then all of a sudden, Oliver Benji jumps on him, chokes him out, end of story, tap out. There you go. That would be a wicked. I couldn't write it any better. Shugs, why is Rybaxel together? They ain't got no Heyman. Why are they together?
What else are they going to do?
But still, exactly. What else are they going to do?
This is what it is. It's just like, they're shit. So we're putting them both together. You know, anyone who hasn't got a storyline, they get put with someone else who hasn't got a storyline. And that's just the way it works, you know? These people are getting paid. If you look at 3MB, you had 3 people who weren't doing anything. So let's put them together.
Oh, that's the funniest.
There's no thought behind a lot of these things. Because they fell out. As soon as Heyman left, they actually fell out and they had beef. And then the next night, they're back together like it didn't happen. Like it's taken 15 weeks for this heel turn by Brodus Clay to happen. And Tensai forgives him every night and then just gets fucked up again.
Alright, segment 6 was CM Punk and the Usos versus the Shield. CM Punk, you know, cuts a good promo on Triple H. James, you know, will we see Triple H versus CM Punk at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I won't get it. I reckon it would more than likely be Triple H against CM Punk at WrestleMania, but there was teasing the fact of HBK for one more match.
But that I just don't see that happening though. Not HBK.
Yeah, well, I can't see it happening really, but it were a good tease. But as you know, I want Punk to win Rumble, so.
Yeah. I mean, Jace, HBK comes out playing the heel role. I mean, was you surprised to see him come out? Obviously, we saw him at the pay-per-view, but you know, came out on Raw. Was you surprised with that?
Not really. I'm still not used to him dressed like he's on Duck Dynasty. That's still freaking out. But no, I thought it was okay. It wasn't the best build-up though. In like when he come out, it just felt like one of those moments that wasn't really needed. You know, it was just like, oh, HBK's around, we'll send him out to do a split. They could have sent anybody to say what he said. You know?
Yeah. So. It kind of threw a spanner in the works in terms of making us think what they're trying to do for Mania. You know, trying to, you know, ward us off the scent. But I'm sure things will become clearer after Royal Rumble.
What are you eating?
I ain't eating nothing.
You're eating something.
I ain't eating nothing.
Ham sandwich.
I ain't eating anything, literally. All right.
Skittles or something.
What makes you say Skittles, fam?
Mini
I don't know,
cheddars.
man. Exactly, something.
I ain't eating anything. Right, segment 7. Bella, you just trying to call me out because I keep calling you out. You called me out last week, and okay, I was yamming, or 2 weeks ago, I was yamming toast. Fair enough. Shouldn't have been yamming toast because I keep calling you out. But stop, just mind your biz.
Alright, man. Relax.
Segment 7. Bella's and Natalya versus Tamina, AJ, Alicia Fox. Now, the only reason I'm talking about this is because of a spot that happened in the match. Can you guys guess?
You got knocked the fuck out.
There you go. That was perfect timing, Ollie. Perfect timing. Right. Towards the end of the match, Tamina goes in and completely sparks out Nikki with a legit super kick. Did anyone see the Twitter photo?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I saw the Twitter photo of the bloody towel or whatever.
Yeah,
That one.
yeah. She got, listen, right, bring up girls that can wrestle. Why you gonna bring, Sugs said it many times. I know you listen to the show, right? So Sugs has said it many times, okay? Tamina, anytime she's in the ring, she's just like RVD. You take a kick to the face, right? And your nose is gonna get bust. She comes in and legit full force kick to the snout. Like, it looked horrible. And I thought, oh, she's acting quite well, you know, she's acting okay. But when I saw that towel, I thought, geez, man, she took that hard in the face. And that's all I'm going to say about the Divas. So let's move on to segment 8, which was the last segment. There wasn't many matches on this Raw. I mean, there's 8 segments I have here. So Bryan versus Orton. Ollie, what did you think of the match, you know, compared to previous matches? Because it seems like all the TV matches are good compared to the pay-per-view matches.
I really enjoyed this match. I was kind of hurt at the outcome. I'll let y'all say what the outcome was, but it really hurt me. I needed a victor, somebody who won, you know, cleanly off of this. Of course, y'all know Daniel Bryan's my dude, so I wanted him to do it, but I needed a decisive victory.
Well, what Ollie's talking about, guys, is the fact that, you know, at the end, there was more douchebaggery, and Orton, low blow on Bryan. Bryan was performing amazingly on that night. You know, obviously he wasn't going to take it down, but it made us think for a slight second. Sugs, does Bryan go back into a feud with the Wyatts, or, you know, does he head towards the Rumble now, winning the Rumble?
I still think it's up in the air. Still think it's undecided because he keeps on having more interactions with them, you know? So I just think that it is... I don't think they've made their mind up yet. I don't think they've made their mind up, really.
Okay. I mean, how much weeks we got left to the Rumble? Was it end of Jan? Middle of Jan?
Yeah, Jan the 26th.
Okay, so we've got, you know, probably about 6 weeks, maybe 5 weeks for them to kind of start piecing some stuff together. I would like to see, you know, some things being pieced together. Obviously, we don't know at the moment who's gonna face, obviously, Orton at the Rumble in the main event. Probably, maybe.
Triple threat.
Oh, you reckon?
Triple threat.
Yeah?
Yeah, Bryan, Cena, Orton.
Okay. That'll be interesting. And then they'll all be in the Rumble after?
Losing to in the Rumble after, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so any of you guys, was there any spots in the match that you really liked? Anyone?
Yeah, I know. I just thought that it was just like a fucking great match, like, do you know what I mean? They go, like, Randy Orton can go. I know he slows down the matches and, you know, has this methodical style, but, like, when it's time to go, he can go. And as far as his wrestling's concerned, he's never really been that bad, you know? He's a good wrestler. Like JBL always says, you build a sports entertainer from the ground up, it's going to look like Randy Orton, and it's true. But, you know, sometimes he just comes across as being a bit boring when he's on the mic, or like he doesn't give a fuck. But I think lately you can show that he is, you know? He does care about it, and he's putting it in, like, you know, and I just thought this was the best match these two have had, by far.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, that's the end of Raw. At the end of Raw, actually, Cena stuck his nose where his nose don't belong, and decided to try and beat down on Orton. And He got RKO'd. Got RKO'd for his troubles, and then we have Orton standing high with both belts. So that was the end of Raw, and we're gonna go to the Raw rating. So Shugs, Raw rating, please.
I would say 6.5.
6.5. Okay. Ollie.
I'm gonna go with the 8. It was a solid show minus the Divas match, but what do we expect from the Divas anyway, right?
Yeah, I second that. James.
I've got 6.5 as well for it. Daniel Bryan saved the show once again from being a dismal tag team performance, and the WWE might as well just get on with creating a Divas tag cycle, because that's all you're seeing.
Jace.
Yeah, I think a bit of what James said, like Bryan and Orton, that match just saved the show, and I think it was part how nuts the crowd was going as well that made it so amazing. I reckon overall I'd give the show 7. But, I mean, it wasn't. All I was thinking is it was quite I won't say boring, but there was no hummer slaps, you know. So it was just quite a normal show, but yeah, it was a good finish. Really good finish.
You just reminded me of that, man. What an episode. What an episode. Hummer slaps. Oh, jeez. All right, so fan feedback. And I'm going to go to Shugs because I'm going to let Shugs tell you why there wasn't a feed for the fans' feedback. So, Shugs?
Mate, I've been busy this week. Sometimes life takes over, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have to, obviously agree with that, having a child, so, yeah, all right.
I haven't gotten children, but it's just, I've just been busy.
I know. But we have a surprise because James, I understand, Mr. Vinny has sent you some feedback.
Yeah, 1 second, sir. Let me change page to it. Hold on. Right, I've got it. Here we go.
All right.
Segment 1, Orton Authority, showboating, over the top. Oh, look, here's Orton with them titles we were never going to see again. Cena used to put Bryan over. Does this say that WWE has no faith in Bryan's promos? Segment 2, CodyDust versus Mysterio. Goldust sold the punch epically. Didn't like the sportsmanship afterwards, though. Fandango versus Ziggler. Segment filler, pay-per-view booking reversed. No, that's right, I suppose, isn't it? Big E and Henry versus Real Americans. Cesaro is wasted in this role. I'll have to ask him about that one when I speak to him. Rybaxel versus Tons of Funk. The entrance was longer than the match. Punk and Usos versus The Shield. Punk seemed to be hurting in this match, but Punk can beat them 3-on-1 but not 3-on-3. By WWE. Segment 7, Bella versus Natalya and AJ. Just another Total Divas promo to me. I'll ask him about that one as well. Bryan versus Orton. Bryan is so over. He deserves one more shot. Great match. Raw rating 6 out of 10. Most of the show was flat. Seemed to be going through the motions. Now, I hope you don't mind. I know you have a Jobber of the Week spot on your show, so I thought I would give the Jobber of the Week spot from me this week to Vince McMahon, because he jobbed to Triple H at the pay-per-view.
Yes, Brendan.
I like that. That's good.
Oh, yes, Brendan. Brendan, listen, my friend, right? You need to come on the show. So holla at your boys, and we'll set this up. We need you on the show together, all right? Just like Ollie and James said they want to be on the show together, we make that shit happen. So we want you to come on the show too. Just holler at your boy and we'll make that shit happen, okay? Right, so thanks, Brendan. Thanks for your feedback. As always, it's always warranted. Keep doing it. We've got 2 people now feeding back. James is obviously on the show. So, that's one there. And then we got another one. Right, so we're going to go for a break. And then we'll be back with Smackdown in 60 seconds, Sugs Stunners, and In the Words Of. So don't you miss it.
Be sure to listen to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast.
What?
Every Sunday with Kinny Killa and the Galdem Sugar Shugs.
Yes!
With all the news, views, and laughter that you want.
They like jet airplanes. Woo! They like long limousines.
Every Sunday, the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast on Podomatic, iTunes, and YouTube.
So why don't you choke on that, slap nut?
And welcome back to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. It is I, Kinny Killa, here with the Gardem Sugar Shugs, King Ollie, James Powers, and Jason Clarkson. Right, so we're ready for Smackdown in 60 seconds, so roll with it, Shugs.
Okay, so SmackDown starts off. Orton comes to the ring, starts chatting shit. We get Cena comes out, chats more shit. Then we get Bryan comes out. He even chats a bit more sense. And then we get Shield come to the ring. And then we get Punk comes out to make the save. And then Vicky Guerrero comes out to make a Shield versus Bryan, Cena, and Punk match at the end of the night. Big E against Jack Swagger. Just a squash match, really. Swagger gets squashed by Big E. Doesn't really put in anything. Brie Bella with Nikki Bella against Tamina, trying to get her teeth back, and she gets a pin and gets revenge for her sister. Sin Cara versus Drew McIntyre, and obviously Sin Cara wins because he's a new Sin Cara. Yeah. Brodus Clay versus Tensai. Brodus just gives him a beatdown, but then we get his music plays, and we get Xavier Woods coming out dancing with the Funkadactyls. That causes a distraction, and then Tensai gets a roll-up, the worst roll-up pin ever for the win. We get CodyDust against the Wyatt family. The Wyatts win. After the match, they try and take Cody away, but Daniel Bryan comes out to make the save with a chair, and the Wyatts run away. Damian Sandow against The Miz. Sandow's in cutting a promo, and then the ball bag comes in trying to spoil everyone's fun, and Sandow rightly gives him a beatdown. Backstage, the Wyatts attack Daniel Bryan. If you remember last time when Renee Young ran off and interviewed him, it was a similar type of thing, but they came out from 3 different angles. Like Harper come from behind the bin. What's the other one? Wrongen come from behind like a fucking screen door, and then Bray Wyatt come from inside a fucking box or something, and then they just beat him down. So with Cena and Punk against the whole of the Shield, and Cena and Punk win by DQ when the Shield attacks them. They triple powerbomb Punk, triple powerbomb Cena, and then Big E comes out to make the city, clears the ring, and then has a stare down with Roman Reigns, and then the Shield take Reigns, and then fade to black.
Fade to black. Right, so, Sugs Stunners, please don't get caught, because you're about to get caught in Sugs Stunners.
So, Jobber of the Week has been done. Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
There you go.
Move of the Week. Alright, you've got to see this on SmackDown because CM Punk has Ambrose and Rollins in the ring, and he sort of grips one with his right hand, one with his left, and gives a neck breaker and a DDT with one arm to both people.
Oh.
You've got to watch it. SmackDown, you need to watch it just for that. Okay, so at the same time, he's in the middle. You can imagine him. He's got one bent over his shoulder for the neck breaker, one under his arm for the DDT, and then sort of drops and nails both of them. It is awesome.
That looks sick. And
rest of the week has to be the Viper, Randy Orton.
Oh, James. Oh. Orton takes it down. Okay.
What can you do? He's the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Do you like that, by the way, Shugs, that name?
I do like it, but it's a bit of a mouthful. If you watch Daniel Bryan trying to spit it out every time through his big beers on SmackDown, you know, you can see him actually. It's like when someone's pissed up and they're trying to talk, and he's just like the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And then he's like a little breath because he knows he got it right.
Oh, God. Right, so that's the end of that. I do want to ask Ollie a question, seeing as he's here. And he does, you know, the TNA turnaround. We're just going to mention a little bit about AJ Styles. So, Ollie, I have a question for you. Should WWE sign AJ Styles in time for the Rumble? And if you do, why?
They should sign AJ Styles because he's the phenomenal one. He has pretty much everything he needs. For a while, I didn't think he could talk, but recently the promos he was cutting on Dixie were good. Bring AJ Styles in, and also incorporate that he left TNA and why he left TNA and how he left TNA. And I think you've got a winner.
It would be massive though, wouldn't it, if all of a sudden, obviously we're not going to realize it's not going to have the same, music that he has on TNA, but people be like, yo, who's this? And then all of a sudden he comes out and, it could be something. And hopefully there's enough people out there, to know who he is. And word is that Batista's returning.
The crowd goes mild.
Batista's returning. And apparently he's returning at the Rumble. Someone like an idiot started advertising Batista on live events, like the dirt sheets won't pick that shit up. And now they've just decided to try and remove it again. So it looks like Batista's returning. Any thoughts on that, James?
In that Triple H's department.
Yep.
Or advertising it away.
Mm-hmm.
If he returns at Rumble, I'd just love to see him cost Randy Orton the title. I really would.
Yeah, that would be nuts. But it would look like he's returning. If he's 44. So if he's returning, why not sign AJ Styles? He's 36. Give him a little run, and Bob's your uncle, Even if
Go on, sir. Go on.
No, I'm done.
I want to say, it's the always thing, WWE, oh God, Mysterio, Big Show being together as a tag team. Need something for their old guard to do instead of giving the up and coming their chance.
Next minute we'll see RVD and AJ Styles together in a tag team. All right.
Oh, wow.
That's the end of Raw, people. Man, this has been a great show. Loads of laughter as usual. It's been an Xmas special. We're bang on 58 minutes. What more could you want? So I have to say thanks.
Hey,
again,
Kitty,
yep.
What about Genocide?
Oh, I ain't watched Match of the Day yet.
You haven't watched Match of the Day?
Not yet. Not
Mate,
yet.
mate.
I was.
Did he go in? Yeah.
I
haven't seen it yet.
Because even though James Collins is a fellow Welshman, we ain't got no love for him, and he just got put down on his batty. Just come in as if he's gonna hit that left foot, cut in on the right, and just bam in the neck.
Adnan Januzaj.
Bad
Mouthful. Mouthful to say, but he's a bad man.
Bad man Januzaj.
Yeah, bad man Januzaj. So yeah, that's the end of the show. Ollie, it's what, 6 in the morning where you are now. So I just got to say thanks, man. You've done us a good job coming on the show. We're always happy to have you on the show. Hopefully, I'll be calling on your services much more, and hopefully you'll be able to oblige. So thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you. For the people that do not know King Ali, follow me at Oliver Ben on Twitter. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, REYND Benji1. We do TNA, we cover TNA. Also subscribe to Tim Vicious. I can't think of the channel. Type in #Vicious Rants, and guys, please get him on the show. He covers Raw on his channel, and he's funny. He's good.
What's his name, sorry?
His name is Tim, Tim Vicious.
Vicious.
And also, I've got to push the Mass Mark at Just a Stupid Mark. He's my co-host. He does fantasy bookings. He takes a shitty segment and makes it more shittier. What more do you want?
We need him on the show. I know, obviously the time differences is, could be a problem, but we need him on the show. I want him to do a fantasy booking. I want one for 2014. So please, do all you can to have a word with him, and just see if he can, try and come on. And we'll see if we can try and sort out, sometimes and stuff. Even if it means that I do a record interview with you guys talking about the TNA turnaround, and then doing a fantasy booking, and we'll put it into the show. So yeah, do what you can. Also, I'd like to thank James Powers, who is becoming part of the furniture. Always bigging up Sunday Segue. Saying that, people he would like to meet. So hopefully, we get to meet you next year. We're planning to try and do some stuff in terms of going to maybe a Comic-Con or going to see Raw live. So, yeah, man, we would definitely love to link up with you. So, yeah.
I never miss it when it comes to this country. I've got to admit, running with WWE security.
So, yeah, man, thanks for coming on.
Very welcome, sir.
Cool, great. And also, this has been the return of Jason Clarkson, always bringing that douchebaggery funniness,
I try.
You available next week?
No, I told you it's my baby's second birthday next Sunday.
Oh yeah, man, Jada, happy birthday, girl.
And then the Sunday after, it's my other baby's 4th birthday. Like, what's going on?
That's an expensive Christmas.
But it means that it's just all year saving up. It's all good. There's nothing that hits me mid-year. It's all good.
Well, we'll definitely get you on after that. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys later. Coming around my house, you know what I'm saying? All right. And you know, I cannot do this without the hashtag tech guy. The guy them sugar.
Remix.
Sugs.
It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I look forward to every Sunday.
Wicked. I'm going to leave it by saying, before in the words of, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy whatever it is that you celebrate, even if it's just you celebrating the gifts, Happy gifts. And in the words of this week will be from James Powers, that he gave me about Batista when he quit on Raw in 2010 in a segment with Bret Hart. So, in the words of Batista,
You said you wanted a match with John Cena? This is your chance to achieve it by qualifying for the Fatal 4-Way right now.
What's wrong with you? Did you not hear me? I'm sitting here in a wheelchair. I'm hurt.
I know you're hurt, but so's your opponent. And your opponent is Randy Orton.
Oh, man.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What is your malfunction? I am hurt. I cannot compete. And you can't make me.
You said you wanted a match with John Cena. Here's your chance. Take it or forfeit. It's up to you.
What do you mean? You can't do that. You don't have the authority to do that. You do that and I'll quit. I'll quit this whole company. I'll leave this business. I'll leave this industry. I made it.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, on account of a forfeit, and the winner and qualifying for the Fatal 4-Way, Randy Orton.
What? What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hey!
hey man, hey, are you serious? Come back here. Come back here now. You think I won't do it? Huh? You think I won't quit? Huh? I bet you all think I won't quit. You're nothing without me. This place is nothing without me. It will go bankrupt within a week. All of you will be bored. You will never watch the show again. You all pay to see me. Me. No one else. You think I won't quit? Huh? You think I won't do it? Well, I quit. And you can choke on that. Slap nuts. Woo!